Yikes, it's week 11 already, and we're working on our third test. Please make sure you get it completed by this Tuesday. Make sure you check with the testing center to make sure what hours they're open. Also, please send me a self-addressed stamped manila envelope so I can return your work to you. That really is the best information you can look at to prepare for the final exam, which is going to be here before you know it. Now, I also wanted to cover some of these topics that we're going to be covering this week, and they're really important. Exponents have a lot of rules that you really need to remember, and then how to work with polynomials. So I thought I would show you some additional resources. One of my favorite websites is Khan Academy. That's khanacademy.com. I'm sorry, you can get there from .com, but the real URL is www.khanacademy.org. So what do you do when you get here? Start learning now. It's free. You don't have to sign in, but you can just go in without signing in or logging in by just going to the subjects. Now, Khan Academy can be useful for other subjects in addition to math, but we're just going to look at the math topics. We're interested in algebra, so let's go to Algebra Basics. Again, we're covering exponents, so what you want to do is go into the search column and type in exponents. See what we get here. Fractional exponents, we're not going to be covering those in this class, but we are going to be covering simplifying expressions with exponents and exponents with negative bases, negative exponents. That's what we want, positive and negative. Look for the topic that is really going to help you learn the rules. And then there are videos and practice problems that you can use to make sure you understand the rules for exponents. Now that's one resource for you. I'm going to take you to another one that I really like. It's MAT050, and MAT050.com is just specifically for math. We're going to be covering what's in MAT050, the Chapter 4. So if you notice here, Chapter 4 is exactly what we're covering this week, exponents and polynomials. So I'm going to click on that, and what it gives you then are all the different topics that we are covering. So let's just go to multiplication with exponents. This is going to cover the rules for multiplying using exponents. Now what's neat here is it gives you an example of what's going to be covered, and then you have a choice of people who can deliver the video for you. And some of these we actually have in Spanish. If you happen to be an English as your second language and Spanish as your first language, you might want to view some of these videos using the Spanish examples. Look at all the different possibilities. They get a little bit more challenging as we go along, but they really are good examples of how to apply the rules of exponents. And then as you go through exponents, you then also get how to use polynomials, adding and subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, which are topics that are going to be covered this week. So if the My Math Lab videos aren't doing it for you, I highly recommend coming here. A lot of my students like the MAT050 videos. There's one more resource that I want to show you, and that's purplemath.com. There's all sorts of information here, and again, there are resources that you can use, and how to suck up to your teacher. That's not really necessary. But go ahead and go to the algebra topic, and again, you will have a review of the topics that are being covered in our class: equations, decimals, fractions, and formulas. Word problems, you might want to go over those because you might have found that you've had some difficulty with some of the problems that I had on the handwritten review. Linear equations we've covered. And again, you can search by going to their search keyword here, and it will help you find the topics that you need. So please take advantage of these resources that are available to you, and remember to ask me questions if you have any.